inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, rivals do battle in the NFC East. It's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome, it's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson and Matt Gay going to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL. First play from the 25, and they'll throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Moving to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll run again, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Daniels now on 1st down. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Man in motion is Brown. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
10 more yards.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll go with the sneak. He will have the Commanders' first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and goal at the
I know it's early in this
7-yard
game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he will score! Jabari Preston-Merritt, touchdown, Washington. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Commanders offense ready for their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. It is Percy Butler to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down throw for Hurts. Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Hurts to the air on first down. He'll step up and run. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
There he goes again. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
Gain of 22 yards. And an Eagle first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He takes off, and he's in! Jalen Hurts, touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are on the board. It's 10-7.
The score, Commanders 10, Eagles 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first two possessions. Well, here down the field will fall incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Man in motion is Brown. Throwing on second down. Daniel. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
That's good for
13 yards on the catch there. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's second down and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's Chris Rodriguez. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 21-yard line.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. To the sideline, that is caught, but he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space, coming out of the backfield, but instead it's incomplete and third down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline and just wasn't able to save the play.
Trying to find any seed he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That's another Washington first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Daniel. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
second.
It feels like they
10.
needed that sack this
At the
entire
20-yard
drive.
line.
It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Nothing's doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Has caught. That's Waynes. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll motion over Samuel. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will get out in front, 17-7.
Commanders 17, Eagles 7. Matt Gay to kick
So
off for
after the touchdown,
Washington.
here's Gay to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll step up and run this.
On the scramble. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Lawrence Armstrong in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
A pistol snap, back to Hurts.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and long. To throw is Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Braden Mann now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Cooper DeJean on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Throwing is Daniel. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Daniel. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now
All
second
things
and
considered,
10.
it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Adoree Jackson gets a hand on it to make the play.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Has his man. It's Samuel. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. On play action, Daniels. Now pass deep for McClory. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to be third down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head, because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction, because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
15-yard pickup there. Good for a Commanders first down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And he'll take it on in. Terry McLaurin, touchdown, Washington.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Eagles 7. Matt Gay to kick off
Halftime,
for
coming close,
Washington.
and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Hurts working in the pistol. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. To return, it's McCaffrey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Azeez Ojulari on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play there for Washington, an even 40 yards.
It all starts with the protection. There's just no pressure at all. Nothing in his face, nothing at the feet of the quarterback. When you allow him to comfortably stand there and go through his progressions, you just got no shot.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, touchdown Commanders. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point by Gay is good, and the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. For 26 yards.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 26 yards. And an Eagle first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Gain of 12.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll take this one in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Back to throw. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
17, Terry McLaurin. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. Throwing now, Daniels. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
1st and 10 at the
A gain there
line.
of 20. First down, Washington.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He runs with it, and he will get into to the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback.
Hard to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Now Gay for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders tack on one more to their lead.
The score, Commanders 38, Eagles 15.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, Hurts. And to the right side, caught by Goddard. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's got his tight end, Calcaterra, to the left. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. To the air again, Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again, Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Hurts will try it again. Oh, he's got a man, his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
1st down,
Big
Eagles.
time play for Philly. And even 30 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Hurts again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. That his second touchdown tonight. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll swing that out wide. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Daniels going to keep this himself. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Dotson will bring it back. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now Hurts. And they'll take this down inside the 35. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
When you're game planning during the week for a mobile quarterback like this, on every down, you have to have somebody to account for him. You can see why here. He's able to escape the pocket, turn into a runner, and he can take every play and make it a big one.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Number 26, Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Commanders' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Philadelphia.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Hurts.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. To throw, Hurts. He'll take it, and he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Commanders 38, Eagles 28.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Now give up the middle. of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one set down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Talk things over before third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels has his man. It's Samuel. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Commander's first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. Here's your timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. And he can't get away. They rallied on the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. And third and final timeout taken by the defense. So, the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. Woo! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. To the outside, he's got Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now, second and 4. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and They didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And it'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again.
Complete to number 88, Dallas Goddard. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Now Hurts. You look underneath here for Barkley.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
2nd down, they need 7. To the air again. Hurts. A pass. Caught by Saquon. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Saquon Barkley. A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagle first.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.